Hello student, in last lecture we studied the route of administration of drug. If any curious about that lecture, please let me know. In today's lecture we study the pharmacokinetics of drug, means absorption, distribution, metabolism and elimination of drug. In that the absorption we study in today's lecture. Pharmacokinetics is currently defined as the study of the time course of drug absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion. Clinical pharmacokinetics is the application of pharmacokinetics principle to the safe and effective therapeutic management of drug in an individual patient. Pharmacokinetics influence the decides route of administration for a specific medication, the amount and frequency of each dose and its dosing interval. Pharmacokinetics of drug depend on a patient-related factor as well as on the drug's chemical property. Some patient-related factor, example renal function, genetic makeup, sex, age, can be used to predict the pharmacokinetic parameter in a population. For example, the half-life of some drug, especially that require both metabolism and excretion, may be remarkably long in the elder patient. In last lecture, we studied the basic definition of pharmacokinetics. The flow diagram which describe the pharmacokinetics of drug means absorption, metabolism, excretion and distribution. Absorption means how will it get in. Distribution, where will it go. Metabolism, how is it broken down. Metabolism generally occur in a liver. And excretion, how does it leave. After the administration of drug into a various body parts, cavities, tissue fluid, except in case of local application, the drug has entered into the bloodstream for its transportation to the site of action. The total amount of administration drug does not reach at the site of action, but only a fraction of administered dose is effectively absorbed. So it becomes a very essential to study a various process by which absorption takes place and the factor which govern the absorption of drug. Pharmacokinetics is currently defined as the study of the time course of drug absorption, distribution, metabolism and excretion. Clinical pharmacokinetics is the application of pharmacokinetic principle to the safe and effective therapeutic management of drug in an individual patient. Pharmacokinetics influence the desired route of administration for a specific medication, the amount and frequency of each dose and its dosing interval. Pharmacokinetics of drug depend on a patient-related factors as well as on the drug chemical property. Some patient-related factors, example are renal function, genetic makeup, sex and age, can be used to predict the pharmacokinetic parameter in a population. Now we study the absorption. Before drug can be clinically effective, they must be absorbed. Absorption is the process of drug moving from its site of delivery into the bloodstream. The chemical composition of drug as well as the environment into which a drug is placed work together to determine the rate and extent of drug absorption, that is also called the bioavailability. Absorption involves a several phases. First, the drug need to be introduced via some route of administration, oral, topical, dermal, and in a specific dosage form such as the tablet, capsule, solution, and so on. Drug absorption is determined by the drug physiochemical properties, formulation, and route of administration. There are various processes of absorption, that is the mechanism of absorption. In that, the simple diffusion. Simple diffusion is also referred as a passive diffusion, and the cell membrane not actively involved in this process. This is biodirectional process in which the rate of transfer of drug molecule is proportional to the concentration gradient across the cell membrane. In this process, drug molecule penetrate the cell membrane either by way of passage through aqueous pores in the membrane or by dissolving in the membrane. Membrane. Thus, the being absorbed by passive diffusion. Lipid-soluble substance move across the cell membrane by passive diffusion. Drugs like alcohol, urea can be easily absorbed by a simple diffusion. The cell membrane is a lipid bilayer, and hence the lipid-soluble drug diffuses quickly than the water-soluble drug. As the non-ionized form of drug is a lipid-soluble, the cell membrane is a permeable to non-ionized drug than the ionized water-soluble drug. In shortly, simple diffusion means a major process of absorption. More than 90% of drug absorbed by a simple diffusion. It is a non-ionic diffusion. Driving force of simple diffusion is the concentration or a electrochemical gradient. Difference in the drug concentration on either side of membrane. Drug movement is a result of a kinetic energy of the molecule. In diagram we study the movement of drug higher concentration to low concentration. In the simple diffusion or a passive diffusion, no requirement of energy. Second one is the active transport process. The carrier mediated transport involves a carrier which reversibly binds to the solute molecule and forms a solute carrier complex. This molecule transfers across the cell membrane to the other side and dissociate yield a solute molecule. The carrier then returns to original site to accept a new molecule. There are two types of carrier mediated transport: facilitated diffusion, active transport. Facilitated diffusion is a form of carrier transport that does not require the expenditure or cellular energy. In active transport requires energy which provided by a hydrolysis of ATP for a transportation. More commonly, metabolic energy is provided by active transport of sodium or is depend on the electrochemical gradient produced by the sodium pump that is sodium potassium ATPase, that is a secondary active transport. Active transport is a specialized process by requiring energy. This process is independent of the physical property of the membrane. In this process, a carrier molecule combines with a drug molecule to form a complex on one side of the membrane. This complex then diffuses through the membrane and dissociates into the carrier of drug molecule when it reaches the side of the membrane. After this, the carrier returns to original surface to repeat the process. The ions which are transported by this active transport process include sodium, potassium, and iron, amino acid, and some strong organic acid, and the basis of weak electrolyte in ionized form. Glucose, pyrimidine, and some anti-metabolites are also transported by this process. This transport is more rapidly than the simple diffusion. Now we study the active transport by a flow diagram. In active transport, we require energy to transport blood from extracellular fluid to inside the cell. In diagram, we see the passive transport and active transport. In passive transport, does not require any energy and diffusion through the lipid bilayer. And for active transport, we require energy, that is in the form of ATP. Third one is a pinocytosis. Pinocytosis process is the important means of absorption in a unicellular organism like amoeba. In this process, the cell takes a fluid or a macromolecule from its surrounding. In a pinocytosis, small particles are brought to a cell forming an invasion. These small particles are suspended in a small vesicle. It requires energy in the form of ATP. This process is important in the absorption of oil-soluble vitamins and in the uptake of nutrients. Now we study the factor affecting the absorption of drug. First one is the physical state of the drug. Physical state of the drug is one of the most important factors affecting their absorption. It has been observed that the liquid are better absorbed than the solid medicaments. Also, crystalloids are the more readily absorbed than the colloids, and aqueous solution are more quickly absorbed than oily solution. Soluble medicaments like soluble insulin suspension are more readily absorbed than the insoluble protamine, zinc, insulin suspension. Second one is the particle size. Drug with a smaller particle size show a greater absorption from the gut. Smaller particle size provides the greater surface area, thus improving its absorption. Example is a corticosteroid and antibiotics like chlorphenicol or griseofulvin and a certain oral anticoagulant. In sparingly soluble drugs, particle size is the main factor which affecting the absorption. The absorption of microfine aspirin is a better. Third one is the concentration. Higher the concentration of drug, better the absorption. Fourth one is the absorbing surface. As compared to gastrointestinal mucus and pulmonary epithelium, skin is the poor surface of absorption. The absorption of drug from a floor of mouth cavity, that is the sublingual route, is the faster. Thus, the absorption of drug is the highly vascular membrane will be rapid. Also, drug can easily absorb from the small intestine than from the stomach. This is due to the large surface area of the intestine. Thus, larger the surface area of absorbing surface, more will be a absorption. Fifth one is the functional integrity of gastrointestinal tract. Absorption of drug from the GIT may be effectively decreased by increase in a peristaltic activity. Increase in a peristaltics reduces the resistance time of the drug in a GIT. On other hand, anticholinergic drug that reduces gut mobility and favor absorption. Gastric emptying time is the particular time in which a stomach content move in a small intestine. If a gastric emptying time is more, absorption will be a more. Sixth one is the pH of the drug. Acidic drug absorb in a stomach more and basic drug absorb in an intestine. pH of the drug is the another important factor influencing the absorption of drug. In that, the acidic drugs are rapidly absorbed from the stomach. Example are salicylates and barbiturates. On the contrary, basic drugs are not absorbed until they reach to the small intestine. This delay of action of basic drug, example are thiodine and ephedrine. Seventh one is the formulation. Seventh factor affecting of drug is the formulation. Formulation of drug also affect the absorption of drug. It observed that the calcium and magnesium ion reduces the absorption of tetracycline when compound of calcium and magnesium are used as a formulation additives in a dosage form. Also, the method of formulation influences the absorption of drug and thus determine the bioavailability. Low degree of ionization, high lipid water partition coefficient, and non-ionized form of small molecular size of water soluble substance all favors rapidly absorption. Insolubility in both water and lipid prevents the absorption. Similarly, insoluble precipitate form in a GIT is also not absorbed. Formulation it is the pharmaceutical factor which affect on the drug absorption. The example are a tablet. Tablet is the formed by a two process, dry granulation or wet granulation. On that basis also the absorption of drug is the base. Tablet contain various type of excipient, hardener, binder or effervescent producing agent or other additives which affect the disintegration and dissolution of the tablet. Disintegration means the tablet break into a small particle, that is the disintegration, and in that the small particle completely dissolve in a solvent, that is called a dissolution. If a tablet contain binder and if particles are hardly bind to, then for a disintegration and dissolution requires some more time to break the bond, and ultimately the absorption will be a effect. If a tablet is taken orally, tablet is in the GIT fluid that disintegrate into a small particle and then dissolve into a solvent, and that dissolved drug move into a small intestine and then absorb. Other factors: if a solubility of drug in a lipid is a more, then absorption of drug is a more as compared to a water soluble drug, because a cell membrane is a phospholipid bilayer, then the lipid soluble drug is easily absorbed. If a drug is a ionized form, drug absorption is a poor. For absorption of drug must be an unionized form of drug is required. Disease condition: if a patient having a GIT related disease or a disorder which can also affect the absorption of the drug. Thank you. In this lecture we study the absorption of drug, factor affecting the absorption of drug, and the various mechanism of action by which a drug absorption is taken place. In next lecture we study the distribution, metabolism and excretion of the drug. Thank you.